It's been 1 year in the making.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Off North Portland Road is the city's second mass-sanctioned shelter site.
It's the first combined RV and outdoor alternative shelter site within the city of Portland, but it probably won't be the last.
That announcement met with protesters Monday afternoon.
Because I think this is a really inhumane place to house homeless people.
This is a death trap, and it shouldn't be.
We also continue to work with the neighborhood to find the best ways to problem solve.
The California-based group Urban Alchemy will run the site.
We want to say thank you. We're excited about this site. We're excited about the lives that will be changed.
It can house nearly 200 people, including 90 tiny homes and 70 parking spots for RVs. Roughly 20% of those on the streets in Multnomah County live in a vehicle, according to a recent point-in-time count.
This site provides an opportunity for us to get RVs and derelict vehicles off our streets and out of Portland neighborhoods.
The site is low barrier, which means no background checks and no requirement to be sober.
Yeah, that's probably what worries me the most.
Michael has lived in St. John's for 20 years. It's the surrounding neighborhood that's giving mixed reviews about the site.
You know, just bringing people unchecked into your neighborhood is always kind of a frightening thing.
Oh, it's good to know that the homeless are actually going to be able to get into a shelter.
Ted could have made a better choice for a site. He could have used the money in a better way.
And she has a point. The site, once used for boat manufacturing, sits between a wastewater treatment plant and the Columbia Slough. Here's what it looked like last year. The city had to remove trash and debris, including more than 3,000 tires from the property, all while not disturbing the soil, which was being tested for toxins, ultimately delaying shelter construction.
Has not been easy. It's been no small feat, but it's been incredibly rewarding and worthwhile.
About 3 minutes down the road from the site is this homeless camp where about a dozen people live in these RVs and other vehicles. And the fact that this camp is so close to the site, turns out, is not a coincidence.
That's why we stayed right here on Portland Road.
Originally from Colorado, Matt has been homeless in Portland for 9 years.
And I moved up here because I heard it was a little bit more homeless friendly.
Despite the rumors, he couldn't find a shelter that accepted his trailer until now.
I'm going to go down there right this moment and see if they're going to let us in.
Blair joins me now from outside the site. Blair, what about security? Clearly neighbors are having issues with the site opening.
Pat, staff will be on site 24/7. They'll also be connecting with people camping in the area to try to move them into the site. While it is low barrier, we're told no drugs or weapons will be allowed inside. But another big concern for neighbors is really the location itself. We are so far away from any inner city services. We're surrounded by industrial businesses, and not to mention a really busy road where big trucks go fast. So neighbors are arguing this is just not the safest place to send homeless people. The city says they will have transportation for people staying here, and that the reason they chose this site was because of its size. It's big enough for dozens of RVs to park. But neighbors, they're just not sold.
Our biggest fear is that people that are brought here to receive shelter will feel disconnected and uncared for, because just look around. This is not an area where you're feeling like you're included. You're feeling like you're being put out of sight and out of mind.
Now today, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler, he took the opportunity to drum up some support, or try to at least, for the city and county agreement when it comes to the Joint Office of Homeless Services. Now remember, 3 city commissioners have indicated they want to pull out of that agreement, stop sending the county $30 million a year, because they argue they're just unimpressed with how the county's been responding to homelessness. But all along, Mayor Ted Wheeler has been saying it is important for the city to stay in that agreement. And today he said this site was an example as to why.
Finally, I want to acknowledge our partners at Multnomah County who will help connect guests at this site and other city shelter sites with services, as well as the all-important navigation to housing. The city and the county each have distinct responsibilities in our response to the homeless crisis. The ongoing partnership between the city of Portland and Multnomah County is critical to the success of our city's shelter sites.
All right, well, we'll wait and see what happens with the agreement in the weeks to come. Thanks, Blair.